Welcome back. It is 6:23. You know, there's a lot of pressure involved when it comes to not wasting that $8 million a company just spent on a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl. So as always on the show, we're getting the real post-game report this morning. Jeff Hedrich from the Prodigal Company is playing Monday morning quarterback with the ads that stood out last night in one way or another. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. As always, I love this segment so much every single year.
Good.
And we were just talking, one of the big themes was AI last night.
Yeah, you know, Steve, when the game is boring, as it pretty much was, the commercials really need to shine. But overall, there were some good spots, but it's brought down by the AI category. There was a slew of them. None of them stood out, except one for all the wrong reasons. The Alexa Plus, the AI-driven version of Alexa, it was supposed to make you not afraid to use AI. It did just the opposite. With Chris Hemsworth, showed how it could...
With the garage door like coming down.
Yeah, like the pool being covered over him. And then it's like, oh, don't worry. So I'm baffled by that. If you were trying to do the opposite, you did a terrible job. But overall, yeah, what shined for you?
I always like the really crazy, wacky ones.
Okay.
I missed it live. I saw people talking about it online, so I had to look it up. The manscaping one with the singing clumps of hair.
You like the really gross one?
I like
that every woman, I'm sure, our colleague here, right?
Absolutely. I liked the singing toilet one. Like I like the really crazy things. I know you're
okay.
He's very much against it. However, I mean, one that
if it worked for you, worked for you.
One that we were talking about, because I always go for comedy. I prefer that one. But I thought that the Redfin one with the good neighbor thing was incredibly well done.
It was very emotional, right? The girl trying to find a friend, and you realize, and you know, we need more good neighbors, or be a good neighbor. I forget the exact theme, but yeah. And one reason it stood out is almost everything was comedy. There were like 3 or 4 serious spots, right? So it'll be interesting next year if people go a little against the grain, because it's hard to be the funniest when everything is funny. But I heard your folks talking as well. One that blended both really well was the tight end spots.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Really funny, but it got the message through about prostate screening. It's not easy to do both in 30 seconds. And it was really amazing, you know, how it did that.
I feel like some of them, they go star-studded. This went star. I mean, if you're a football fan, those are really recognizable faces in there. And then, you know, the funny part with the butts and everything. But then the serious message, like I feel like that is one that kind of hit on all of those.
Yeah, you can do the blood thing, not the more painful version of prostate screening. I also thought, you know, usually my rule is, look, does it sell well? Do you know what it's selling? Was it not just entertaining? But I have to say, when you're something and think about it, as everyone knows what Dunkin' Donuts does, right? So the Dunkin' Donut, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Goodwill Hunting sort of thing with, I don't know, 20 celebrities.
Legitimately.
They also did a great job. One of the problems right now is, because they're on social media first, right? Some of them are like 90-second versions. They're really good. Then you see the 30-second, you're like, oh, that wasn't as funny, right? Or, you give it all away. Well, that did a good job. The preview was really Ben Affleck, people interviewing him. What's this thing you did? And it was funny itself, but then they actually unveiled the commercial for everyone for the first time. So I thought that was one of the best done as well.
And we were just talking about it too off camera. Like I felt like some of them it felt like they were scrunching so much stuff into 30 seconds, because it really was a cut down version.
Right. And Instacart was a version on the 90-second version. Actually, I thought it was boring 90 seconds, but the problem with the 30 was, okay, for Ben Stiller and I think Benson Boone, what are we selling? Something about bananas at Instacart ordering groceries. And again, to me, that was a wasted $8 million, let alone the production costs.
Well, we were talking about the Claude one too. There was just like a blue screen with words, and I'm sitting there the whole time. I thought that would be one you might be interested in, because it was, I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then at the end, it's just like, Claude. Like,
and I can tell you, Claude is the main AI tool that I use in my role, and I'm watching and saying, like, this is nothing about what you do. What I didn't know what it meant either, even though it's the tool that I use. So that was another miss. So overall, AI drove down the quality. I don't know what they were thinking or doing. It was terrible. And some of the spots were very similar. Oh, office productivity, and they all look the same. Like, why would I buy you versus you? And that's actually one of the problems in the marketplace. All these AI tools are coming out. Many of them do similar things. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, it was interesting to watch, as always, and always love the recap. Jeff, great to see you, as always. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll send it back over to meteorologist Andrew DePaula. Take a look at that bone-chilling start to the work week.